Right, here we go. Part 3, day 3, and even though I'm saying day 3, I'm not doing a day of work on this. I'm like doing a morning, couple of hours here and there. I'm just sort of getting to a suitable point, and when it chills down to much, it's bitterly cold, minus something or other this morning, but when the sun comes up it's actually not too bad. So this morning, floor panel, which is out, tunnel is finally out, got the last bolt out that was down here, got that out. I've taken the turret off and the diff lock off, 4 bolts, a couple of connectors here as well. I've loosened some of the wiring. It's pretty obvious which bits, loads of it, it's getting in the way of this stuff. It's a bit of a pain, but when I come to do the lift down, I think I'll be able to chuck this, or tuck it back. Also, the cubby box is finally out. If you don't have one of those, it's even quicker job. Bit of a battle to get it out, to be honest. Just could do with 2 people, one either side, to undo the bolts on this, so it bolts all the way through. It's a bit tricky. Just everything just takes so long. Nothing has been difficult so far. It's just time consuming. And if I was doing this again, one thing I would definitely do, I would remove this carpet, the floor carpet piece. I've actually cut this as well for a bit of relief around here, because everything, the tunnel wouldn't come out because it's held up under here and also under this one. Just everything has been a time-consuming struggle. Not difficult. If 2 of you were there, you could have someone pulling the carpet for a bit of relief and the other person doing the unbolting, screwing or pulling. And yeah, it's just taken a little bit more time than I'd hoped, but it's always making forward progress. And there is my prize sitting down here. All of that. You can see it actually, there has been some leaking somewhere, which I sort of knew anyway because it was discolouring at the bottom. So it looks like around here. I think they didn't put a bolt in or something. But we'll address that when I get it out. Just see generally all greased up nicely and pretty tidy and clean. The rest of it, but there is a little leak of some kind that I can see, so at least I'll address that when I get it out. I think I'm pretty much there. Probably won't be apart for a few days, mainly due to the fact I don't have the crane lift still. Part of it's still missing and they keep making up excuses as to why it hasn't arrived with me, so I'll give them an ultimatum to get it to me. To be honest, I'm not in that much of a rush, but I keep telling them I am. The cross member, gearbox cross member, I was on about before, I didn't get the last bolt, and you can see how much better the access is here. That's the remaining, oh god, if you can see that's the remaining bolt, just need to get that one out. And also something as well, the bracket that held the exhaust, you can see it's actually now free because it kind of slides off. Not sure if I can show it on there, but the way it's held on, I'm not going to be able to pull that up. There we go. It actually slides over. Come on. You can see the way it's captive. The bolt slides into here, so you can actually slide it out and then slide that over the bolt. So that's what I've done. I haven't loosened it off yet. You can see it is free, so I'm going to get the spanner on that next and see whether I can beat this thing down. You can see it's actually not even square against the chassis, so no idea what this is going to be like for taking out. There's not much else to come off. I'm pretty good to go, I think. Need to loosen the gearbox mounts and the clutch tunnel bell housing, and then it should slide back this way and then drop down. In theory so far hasn't proved to be exactly true. In fact, this carpet, I can't tell you, fuming with this thing. If you don't have the carpet, you're really going to make some good progress on this very quickly indeed. Just in here you can see where I've got the prop shafts loosened. They're ready, they'll drop off easy enough, and I decided to do it, and I think I've had a look at it and I can pretty much tie them up out the way. The thing I'm worried about is the exhaust, which may get in the way when I drop it. If I can rotate it a little bit and drop it down, then I'm good to go. but at the moment it looks as though it's going to be in the way, and I don't really want to keep taking bits of that exhaust off. I can't tell you how many pieces I've taken off, just all time consuming, that's all, but I'm not too despondent at the moment. At least I'm making good progress, forward progress, and hopefully I'm getting towards my prize, which is just sitting there for the taking. It may look chaotic. One thing about having a Land Rover is you work on it that much, you've got a nice rear tub for storing all your parts in. Bit of a bonus, expensive bonus albeit. So that is the tunnel that's come off in a wanna, and that is the diff lock that's come off, and like I say, even though I can't get my handles off, I managed to take all of that with the gear knob off in one. There's a couple of fancy fittings on here, nothing too difficult, easy enough, don't really need it explaining. That's the panel for the floor. There's the tunnel itself, again just bolted down with all these, nothing too tricky. And one thing I had to take out, which I'm annoyed out, is the seat. So I'd definitely take the passenger seat out, or whichever seat you're taking the flooring out, it depends which side you're going in at, but I've taken the seat out as well. Just makes it so much easier for access, and for me it gave me more relief with this carpet, because it was just getting in the way, because it's all tightened down through the carpet. I just could not get the tunnel or the plate out because it's all wedged down. So that's good to go. I'm not sure where. I think I can push this box out the way when I come to put the crane in. I'm not sure about that. I might be able to tuck it away. I've got a fair bit of cable there, so I'm pretty happy with that. Right, here we go. Last job of the morning, and out she comes. Gearbox cross member. Whew. There she is. That was pretty easy as well. I thought it would be, because it's been off and bashed up before, and I could see it was slightly bent at the edges, but that came off. I didn't even have to jack the chassis apart. A few blows with a hammer, a piece of wood, and out she comes. And it's not that bad shape actually. Pleased about that. Got a few dinks there where someone's been smacking it with a hammer, but apart from that, that'll clean up really well. Right, part 3, day 3, the end, over and out.